Hey, good morning, guys. A little time-lapse trading for you today. Last night I saw the euro yen, bumping up against this black, did a wind up, and see how it was trending up. So I dabbled with a little breakout, and sure enough, it worked. Look how it broke above. I can zoom in, stand by. Look how it broke above support, 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 bam, and popped up to this next grid, 109.62 big level. It did see how it stopped. Look at this, stopped dead at this 109.44 smaller grid, and then it broke, retested that right in here. It's chopping. Now the next grid up here is this 110.08, and so it took off some profits. Take profit 1, 31 pips. Take profit 2 is up here. Currently it's up 18 pips. We'll come back. I'll scan for some other setups. Let's see what happens. Okay, so here just came back, popped me out. So it broke the black, retest, 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 popped up to the red. So great, I took 31 and 1 and 1, not bad. And then we'll just watch and see what happens. Okay, so here's the black retest 32.18. I'm just gonna, I set up my lines, move to buy, and oh shoot, I made a mistake. That was sniper. I wanted to park. I wanted to park my line down here. That's a good basic mistake that can be often made, is you got to make sure you're in sniper or chart trader, because I wanted to park it down here. So I'm going to have a little bit more of a struggle because to get to profits, because I gave up about 10 pips here. That happens. So I'm playing a break and a retest of this 32.18. Well, let's do this. I'm just going to close that order and reset. Let's just do that, because that's a bad example. So I'm just going to close it, flip this template to chart trader, set up my buy like here, get these lines out of the way, hide my stop here, move to buy, park the buy. Remember, I got to go above this due to the spread. Okay, so again, I just get my stop out of the way, take profits. I like to be around let's just put that here. Let me there's a big picture. Okay, so here's, see the trend. Trend is up. Draw a few lines, right? Trend is up. Connect a few. Turn that to array, and then that continues. And then what you should do on an uptrend is connect the bottoms. Like this. So it's up, 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 pulls back. Let's say it's going to touch into here. Still an uptrend, right? It just powers up, pulls back, and let's see if we can get that bounce. Okay? We'll come back. Okay, I see the same setup on the pound. So I missed it by a few here, so we're going to jump on this. Again, we're just doing the bam bam bat. We're just close, right? We're not going to get crazy. We're just going to get in and just test this theory, okay? Get this out of the way. This is great. Hide behind a black. Take profit at this grid. Take profit up at this grid. And let's just see what it does. Okay, so here you see it's coming back to this black, 32.18, touching us in, and it's moving there. The U.S. session just opened up. So let's see what the pound is here, 58.24. Okay, see if that holds in that area. Okay, so we just got a new candle here. You'll see on the Euro session, Euro US dollar New York session just opened up, and you'll see what it's doing. It got into this area, 32.18. Let's take a look at the pound. Okay, so that broke through a little bit. That's struggling. See what that does. Okay, so looks like it's bouncing off here hard. Let's see if we can get to this grid. This guy's up 22, so I'm just going to take this off and take this to the next grid and see if it punches that high. Great. This one's at 13. Let's see if we can get this up to this next grid. This is the pound. You know, I don't know. I just like to be, you know, conservative. Anytime you can grab 20 pips, you know, take it. Okay, you see this? Watching this pop here. See if this pound is going to hit this next grid. Up 15 pips. Initiating launch sequence. Euro up 29.30. Here we go. All systems are go. Five minutes left in the candle. You'll often see a push in these last 5 minutes, so keep watching this. Here we go, last few minutes. Pushing new highs. You can just feel it. Here's a tick chart of the pound just to see how it's pulled back. Now it's right there, and you'll see this buy, see the bid and the ask, chop, 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 and then pow. This red will probably start moving up first. Pinches it. Three minutes. So again, this is your bid, this is the ask, there's the difference. See, that's a 3 pip spread. There's the bid, there's the ask. When you sell, you get in here. When you buy, you get in here. When you buy, you get in here and you take profit here. When you buy, you get in here, you get stopped out here. When you sell, you get in here, you take profits here. When you sell, you get in here, you get stopped out here. Okay? Bid, ask. The difference is called the spread. Okay? So again, you got a couple options here. As this candle's winding down, you can just take this line and pull it down and say, hey, you know, I'm up 12, 13 pips, I want to take it, or you just leave it there. Your call. If you watch my training video on taking profits, I explain, depending on your goal for the month, you take 2 profits right away, or you might, as you get up more pips, you'll spread them out like this. Take profit here, move your stop loss, follow your stop loss. There's a couple, 3 different approaches to consider depending on where you sit for the month. Okay? So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move this right down here. Let's be conservative, and let's say this next candle, see how it pushed down. Now it's struggling to get up there. We got 14 seconds, and so I'm going to be conservative. I just want to take some off. I don't want to watch this go all the way back down and struggle. Didn't quite get to here. Another option I could do is I could just move my stop to break even. There's a couple ways to do it. Right? I mean, you just logically just think it through. What do? I keep it here. I go to a risk-free trade. But you got to balance. There you go. Okay, great. So it took us off. Fine. We're at, see, immediately it's break even, and this could continue up. We don't know, but fine. We were conservative. Took some off. We can leave this one up here. There you go. Okay, so there you see it did finally pop. Fine, it touched that grid, so we gave up a few pips. That's fine. So we're profitable, and again, you have a few options. We'll give you some guidelines to consider to just get going. And then once you get going and you come up with your own personality and your own trading style, like if you're, nervous and scared to death right now, you can just take this line and bring it right down here to profit. And that's really how we want you to start. That's my recommendation, is take 2 off right away, build your account, and have some success, right? So you're up 11, right now it's up 16, maybe you've never had much success, or you're like, oh my gosh, it bounced, now what do I do? I have no idea how far it's going to go. Fine, just pull this down right in here, and when it comes back up and touches it, it'll take 2 off. Again, you can move your stop loss like this and follow it tight. It gets you to break even, but you can move it more if you want, right? It's your call. So you can just pinch it if you want. If you want to keep it up there, keep it up there. You got a couple options. So those are some ideas to consider. And the other thing is just the trend, and you start to analyze a couple of different things, watch the overall market, watch parallel pairs, whatever, but just the basics are you're looking how it interacts with the grids and how it's moving, and timing, like it's New York session, it's going up, and watch a couple different things. Okay, so I didn't quite get that second one, and so we got stopped out for 11, 4, and 4. So we'll see what this pound does, for the day. It's only up about 23 pips for the day, so it's a little more choppy. The euro, a little stronger, is up 51 pips from the open for the day. So great. So we pulled 11, 4, 4 over here. So far we got 24. Look, it's up 25 pips. So again, if you're scared, you're nervous, you're like, oh my gosh, I've never had a winning trade before, just pull the line down to here. Boom, takes profit. So now you got 22 and 25. Woohoo, fantastic. And then if you want to move your line up, take your stop loss and just move it up, hide behind a grid, and then see if it keeps going and just follow it. Okay? You can't lose. You're in a winner. Okay, so there the euro just came back at 8:30, just came back, took us out. Oh, that was this previous one that the mistake, this guy that I shut down. So cool, there it shows you got 22, 25, and then got taken out for 8. Okay, good job, way to go. Okay, so this is Chart Trader. that all work. So let me reset the template. And here's the black, and let's say let's watch for a break and a retest the other way. Put it right there, 32.18. Yep, take profit. This grid, take profit here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a close below here, and then I'll pop this sell to park it. So I'm going to watch for a little break and a retest here. Okay, stand by. Okay, so here's a little bit late on. Let's here's the Aussie dollar. Look how it bounced here a couple of times. Can't go down, so we're going to pop a buy here. I missed it. I'm a little bit late, but we're going to go in here and let's see if we can sure how I can get this there. Get that line out of the way. It should snap there, and let's take them. See if we can get some of this to move here and here. Okay, and all it is bounced off of black, went up, came off, and it can't go any lower. And see if it's going to blast a little bit higher. We'll come back and check on that. Yeah, so you see here the euro just bounced. It did a retest. We took some profits out of there. Then it came back, checked it again. I think there was some news in there, and it still held. So the trend is up, pulls back, new session opens, pulls back again. Everybody buys in right up to the next grid, and the concept here, same thing. Black, it broke, it retested it, it held, and then I was trying to just catch this right here. This break retest to 0428, expecting it. I'm thinking it'll pop here. I think it'll slow down at 0482. Watch. Stand by for liftoff. Here we go. Okay, so London closed. It's 12:26. It's chugging along here. 17 pips. And like I said, the key was kind of the break and the retest of this grid. You know, the spread. I missed this. You know, it wasn't a perfect entry. I missed it by probably 4 or 5 pips, but looks good. Broke above, pulled back. See this? Look at this. Retest of Tokyo. Look at that. Retest of Tokyo's high once, twice, 3 times. London closes. Pow. It should stretch up to this area, so we'll see. All right. Well, it's coming up on Friday afternoon. Things are slowing down, so I'm just going to take, this is Sniper, so watch. I can move my stop loss line, and the next time price changes, it'll modify the order, right? Or if I click this to select break even +1 and wait for the price to change, you'll see this a lot. If price is not changing, the expert advisors don't work, so you got to be patient and let them cycle through. And like I said, one option is either you take profit or you just go to break even. So I think what I'll do is I'll just move this to above there. See that? Price just changed there. So I'll move that just to make sure it snaps it into break even +1 pip, and that'll snap it back in place for me. And I'll just leave it here. You know, I could adjust it down if I say, you know, if it does get to here, I'll take profits here and then scale it a little bit. Okay, so I'll let that run. Talk to you later. Okay, just hit profit. I just heard the bell ring. I happen to be standing right here, and so we'll take 18 pips. Good job. Really pretty simple analysis there. Price came down to a black, went up nice and high, came right back down to the black, couldn't break through. US opens, still couldn't break. Wow. And up it went, and I just happened to watch as it broke 0428, and I was trying to hurry up, and I had to flip to Chart Trader to Sniper, so I couldn't park it. I just missed it by a few minutes, but you know, again, when you're close, you know, don't get too hung up. So I jumped in the buy, and pow, next candle, beautiful, exploded, came back, retested. Look at that, right at the Tokyo's high, Tokyo London high. Went up, retested that, retested a second time, London closed, popped up here, and who knows, it might get here, it might not, but I brought this line down, you know, recently because it just struggled, so now it's back. This could be done and roll over, who knows. So, you know, it's getting to the end of the day. If I want to be conservative, 18, watch, you just bring this right down in here. I'll zoom in a little bit. And if we can get it off at 19, 20 pips, see that's at 19, so we can get it to pop, great, right? Close out the day, close out the week, and don't get too crazy. Same thing here, you know, I can move my stop loss up from break even and just pinch this out. Either it's going to come back or it's going to break. I don't really care. Doesn't matter to me. And I'll just let it sit. Okay, so there it popped. Look like it's heading up to this 30. Let's see, what's that grid up there? Oh, 0471 I think was the average. Let me check one thing. I think the 0482 area is the average daily range, so it's trying to get up there. Wow, looks nice. Okay, so great. So we took 2 off, 18 and 19. You know, and again, same thing. I'll just move my stop up and just keep pinching it, and we'll just see what happens. We cannot lose at this point, right? See ya. Okay, so it's the end of the markets. Everything should be shut down for Friday. Locked in 18, 19, 28. Nice job. Okay, there you go. See you next week.